Hi guys, in today's video, we'll be discussing the role of a conveyancer in the property purchase process. So if you're a first-time buyer and you're looking to understand the ins and outs of buying a property, then you've come to the right place. Stay tuned to find out more. Now, here at DM Mortgages, guys, we fully understand that buying your first home can be overwhelming, which is why we've created these videos. They're packed with straightforward guidance to boost your confidence, give you essential knowledge that you need, and help you to avoid common pitfalls. Now, whilst we're here to provide you with free resources, our value doesn't end with these videos. We're also a really experienced team of mortgage advisors that are experts at arranging mortgages and personal insurance from a wide range of lenders and insurers, and from a choice of thousands of products. So if you find our content valuable, then we encourage you to support the channel further, take the next step, and head to our website, which is dm.mortgage, and there you can book a video appointment with a member of our team. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any future uploads from us. So let's start by looking at what a conveyancer actually is. Now, a conveyancer is essentially, think of it as a legal expert who specialises in the transfer of property ownership. So when you're buying a property, the conveyancer will play a really critical role in making sure that the property transaction is legally sound and that your interests are protected throughout the process. So they're crucial in making sure that all of the legal aspects of the transaction are handled correctly and efficiently. And one of their key responsibilities is to conduct various searches and checks to make sure that the property you're buying is free from any legal issues or disputes. So this will include checking for things like outstanding mortgages against the property, boundary disputes, or planning permission issues as well. And by doing this, they'll help to protect you as the buyer from any potential legal complications down the line. Their role is to also prepare all the necessary legal documents and contracts needed for the transfer of ownership. So this will include things like the contract of the sale, the transfer deed, and any other legal paperwork that's required for the transaction to be completed smoothly. And guys, another key point to note is that it's also important to understand that a conveyancer is different from a solicitor. Now, yes, both are legal professionals, but conveyancers specifically focus on property transactions and do not handle other legal matters. This specialisation means that they have a deep understanding of property law and they can ensure that your property purchase goes smoothly. So in summary, a conveyancer is a vital part of the property purchase process to help you to ensure that the transaction is legally sound and that your interests are protected. And it's also worth me noting as well, even though a conveyancer isn't necessarily a solicitor can be a conveyancer as well, but it does just mean that they're going to specialise in other areas outside of conveyancing. So arguably you could say that a conveyancer is more specialised. So why exactly do you need a conveyancer when you're buying a property? Well, a conveyancer will take care of all of the legal aspects of the purchase because what you don't want to do is end up with an expensive mistake. So this will include conducting things like searches to uncover any potential issues with the property, reviewing the contracts to make sure that everything's in order, and make sure that all the legal requirements are met. Because without a conveyancer, you could be putting yourself at risk of facing legal problems or disputes in the future that could not only delay the transaction, but potentially put an entire roadblock on the whole thing. So by having a conveyancer on your side, and a good one at that, because not all conveyancers are created equal in terms of the service that they provide, but you can make sure that you've got peace of mind of knowing that you've got a professional who understands property law and is handling the transaction. And furthermore, a conveyancer will act as a liaison between you, the seller's conveyancer, the mortgage lender, and any other relevant parties involved in the transaction. So they'll work, or they should work hard to make sure that the process moves forward smoothly and efficiently, keeping you informed and addressing any questions and concerns that you have. Now, whilst this part of the house buying process can often take the longest, I'd say on average, and it's only an average here, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, but on average 8 to 10 weeks, you need to remember that a good conveyancer is looking out for your best interests to, like I say, make sure that you don't end up with a costly mistake. So at points in the process, sometimes conveyancers are waiting for replies and queries to come back from third parties, which might mean that inevitably outside of their control, there are delays. So I think the point I'm making is that try not to get too impatient sometimes with your conveyancer, and try and work out what the reason might be for the delay, because sometimes it is just that you've got not a very good conveyancer and they're dragging their feet. But sometimes it can be a delay that's outside of their control as well. So I think if there's a delay that's outside of their control, as long as they're being proactive about it, keep on top of them and make sure that you're informed about any delays, why they're happening and what you can do to speed it up, if anything. But also, with that said, like I say, there are a lot of slow and rubbish ones out there. So choose wisely, check reviews and take recommendations from people that you trust. The team at DM, we can make recommendations for reputable conveyancers if you need it. As a viewer of this channel, I assume that you're considering purchasing a property in the near future. So it's important for you to know that DM Mortgages are an award-winning team of fully qualified mortgage brokers that provide advice to clients all over the UK. Now, we spend countless hours making free content for YouTube and other social media platforms to help to give you guys sound and useful information to make sure that you're in the best position to make informed decisions. To support this channel, when the time comes for you to consider your mortgage options, we want you to book a free online mortgage appointment with a member of our fully qualified mortgage advice team. Because without your help and support, keeping this channel going simply isn't possible. Now, we searched thousands of mortgage products from high street and specialist lenders to find the right deal for your circumstances. And we also provide a free will writing service to every DM client. So head over to dm.mortgage and book in for a free mortgage appointment when the time comes. And also make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you find the content useful. But for now, let's get back to the video. So let's drill a little bit deeper in terms of what a conveyancer actually does. Like I say, their role in the property purchase process is to handle various tasks and to make sure that legally it's a smooth transaction. But some of their key responsibilities include carrying out property searches. So a conveyancer will conduct thorough property searches to uncover any legal issues or restrictions that might affect the property in the future. So this includes checking things like planning permissions, rights of way, and environmental concerns as well. Secondly, they'll review contracts. So a conveyancer's role is to review the contract of the sale and advise you on its terms and conditions. So they should make sure that you fully understand the legal implications of the contract before you sign it. They will then take you to exchange of contracts. So this is where they'll prepare and exchange contracts with the seller's conveyancer. And this step will involve negotiating any necessary changes to the contract and just making sure that both parties are in agreement before proceeding. Because when you exchange contracts at that point, that is where you are legally committed to buy that particular property. Their role is to also transfer all of the funds. So they'll arrange for the transfer of funds from your lender, from your deposit that's needed to complete the purchase. So they'll make sure that all the financial aspects of the transaction are handled securely and in compliance with legal requirements. And then they will register the property. So your name obviously needs to be registered as the legal owner at the land registry. And this is the final step to make sure that you are officially recognised as the property's legal owner. So by hiring a conveyancer to handle these tasks, then you can rest assured, make sure that your property purchase is being managed professionally and efficiently, and means that you should be able to focus on other aspects of the house buying process, such as securing your mortgage, hopefully with the help of the team here at DM, and planning your move-in. So in conclusion, guys, a conveyancer plays a vital role in buying a property by, like I say, handling all of the legal aspects of the transaction. But be mindful that you should always make sure that you hire a good quality conveyancer. I say this all the time. It's not just about that initial cost quote, because cheap doesn't always mean best. You need to make sure that you're working with a reputable, good quality conveyancer. So make sure that you are, like I say, checking reviews, working on recommendation to ensure that you're working with a trusted company to guide you through the complexities or the legal complexities of the transaction. And I do often say that, depending on how experienced you are with buying property, you might be happy with a basic, cheaper option that doesn't provide much support. But if you're a first-time buyer, you probably do want that extra bit of support to make sure that you understand all of the steps in the process. So sometimes, like I say, paying that little bit extra might just get you the support that you need to make sure that your property purchase is in safe hands. And on that note, whilst we're here to provide you with lots more free resources, just like this video, our expertise doesn't just end here. We are an experienced team of mortgage advisors that are experts at arranging mortgages and personal insurance. And we can recommend you to a panel of reputable conveyancers to help if you need one. So if you find our content valuable, then we encourage you to support the channel, take the next step, head to our website, dm.mortgage, and there you can book in online for a video appointment with a member of our team. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on any future content. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.